Have you ever wondered what makes your blood type unique? It's a fascinating journey that begins deep inside our bodies, within the very essence of life itself, our blood. Today, we're going to explore the world of human blood groups, a system that is crucial for our health and for life-saving medical procedures like blood transfusions. Let's start by looking at what flows through our veins. Human blood is a complex fluid, but for now, let's focus on the red blood cells. These tiny disc-shaped cells are responsible for carrying oxygen throughout our body. But they do more than just transport oxygen. They also carry markers on their surface that define our blood type. These markers are called antigens. Think of them as little flags or name tags on the surface of each red blood cell. The most well-known system for classifying these antigens is the ABO system. This system gives us the four main blood groups: A, B, A, AB, and O. Let's break them down. If your red blood cells have A antigens on their surface, you have type A blood. It's that simple. In your plasma, the liquid part of your blood, you will have antibodies against type B blood. These antibodies are like your body's security guards, ready to attack any foreign cells that have B antigens. Now, if your red blood cells have B antigens, you have type B blood. Correspondingly, your plasma contains antibodies against type A blood. What happens if you have both? If your red blood cells display both A and B antigens, you belong to the AB blood group. Since your body recognizes both A and B antigens as its own, your plasma doesn't contain any antibodies against them. This makes people with type AB blood special in a way we'll discuss later. Finally, we have the O blood group. If you have type O blood, your red blood cells have neither A nor B antigens on their surface. They are essentially blank. Because of this, your plasma contains both anti-R and anti-B antibodies, ready to defend against either type A or type B blood. So, to recap the ABO system, it's all about what antigens you have on your red blood cells and what antibodies you have in your plasma. But the story doesn't end there. There's another very important marker we need to talk about, the Rh factor. This is another type of antigen, specifically the D antigen found on the surface of red blood cells. Its presence or absence gives us another layer of classification. If your red blood cells have the Rh antigen, you are considered Rh positive. The vast majority of the population, about 85%, is Rh positive. If your red blood cells lack the Rh antigen, you are Rh negative. So, when we talk about a person's full blood type, we combine the ABO group with the Rh factor. For example, someone can be A positive, meaning they have A antigens and the Rh antigen. Or they could be O negative, meaning they have no A or B antigens and no Rh antigen. This combination gives us 8 common blood types: A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, O positive, and O negative. Each of these types has a unique combination of antigens and antibodies. The Rh factor is especially important during pregnancy. If an Rh negative mother is carrying an Rh positive baby, her immune system might see the baby's Rh positive blood cells as foreign and create antibodies against them. This usually isn't a problem during the first pregnancy, but it can cause complications in subsequent pregnancies if not managed by doctors. Now, why is all of this information so critically important? It all comes down to the life-saving procedure of blood transfusion. When a person loses a lot of blood due to an accident, surgery, or a medical condition, they may need a transfusion to replenish their blood supply. However, we can't just give a person any blood. The blood from the donor must be compatible with the blood of the recipient. Let's see what happens when blood types are not compatible. Imagine a person with type A blood receiving a transfusion of type B blood. The recipient's body, which has anti-B antibodies, will immediately recognize the donated type B red blood cells as foreign invaders. These antibodies will attack and destroy the transfused blood cells. This process, called a transfusion reaction, can be very dangerous. It can lead to fever, chills, kidney failure, and in severe cases, it can be fatal. This is why careful blood typing and cross-matching in the laboratory are absolutely essential before any transfusion. So, who can donate to whom? Let's look at the compatibility chart. People with type A blood can receive blood from type A and type O donors. People with type B blood can receive from type B and type O now. Remember our friends with type AB blood, since They have no anti- or anti-B antibodies in their plasma. They can receive red blood cells from any ABO blood group, a BAB, and O. This is why they are often called the universal recipients. And what about type O? Since type O red blood cells have no A or B antigens on their surface, they can be given to people of any ABO blood type without causing an immune reaction from the recipient's antibodies. For this reason, people with type O blood are known as universal donors. Specifically, O-negative blood is the most sought after for emergencies when there is no time to determine the patient's blood type, as it is compatible with everyone. The Rh factor also plays a crucial role in transfusion compatibility. An Rh-negative person should not receive Rh-positive blood, because their body could develop antibodies against the Rh factor, leading to a transfusion reaction in the future. However, an Rh-positive person can safely receive blood from both Rh-positive and Rh-negative donors. Therefore, the ideal and safest transfusion is one where the donor and recipient have the exact same blood type. For example, an A-positive recipient receiving A-positive blood, but in practice, understanding these compatibility rules allows for more flexibility and helps ensure that blood banks can manage their supplies effectively to meet patient needs. In summary, our blood type is determined by the A, B, and Rh antigens on our red blood cells. The ABO system gives us types A, B, AB, and O, while the Rh system classifies us as positive or negative. This genetic blueprint is fundamental to our biology and is a cornerstone of modern medicine. Knowing a patient's blood type allows doctors to perform safe blood transfusions, which save millions of lives every year across the globe. From complex surgeries and trauma care to treating chronic illnesses like anemia and cancer, the ability to safely transfuse blood is indispensable. The simple act of donating blood is a powerful gift, allowing a healthy person to share the gift of life with someone in desperate need. Understanding the science behind blood groups helps us appreciate the intricate and beautiful systems at work within our own bodies and the incredible medical advancements that help keep us healthy. Thank you for joining this journey into the world of human blood. We encourage you to learn more and consider the importance of blood donation in your community. Be sure to follow for more educational content.